Alright. I know that we left earlier, but I made a Facebook post about how dangerous it is down here. I said we weren't coming back tonight. I said that we would catch up tomorrow, but I've seen a couple of live streams of what's been going on, and honestly, it just didn't sit right with me to not be out here showing you what's happening. So I came back. Currently, I'm walking up to what's happening, but what I've seen from a couple of live streams so far is that people are being arrested en masse, put in the back of paddy wagons, and I had to come back to show you. So we're gonna walk together. I'm on North Tryon Street, about to pass over 7th Street. I assume that it's cleared out a lot, but I don't know yet until we get up there. I just have to see what's going on. I have to show you what's going on, so we're gonna go see. What's going on right now is it's a part of history, and we all need to be a part of it. We all need to see what's happening. I don't know how far I have to walk. I don't know where these people are, but I'm gonna go look. I'm exhausted. My feet are fucked. My legs are fucked. Here we are at Discovery Place. Anybody who, said the windows were broken, here's at least one. Currently, looking down the roadway, I'm not seeing anything. I was watching a live stream on the way here. Of people getting carted away. So I'm just gonna try and kind of find out where that's happening. If I don't find it, I'm sorry I wasted your time. But we need to see what's going on. So as soon as I see some people, no matter what direction that's in, I'm gonna start walking in it. Yeah, I was gonna go home to rest, but that's why they call it unrest, I guess. So I'm walking down Tryon Street right now, and I see nothing. All right, I'm starting to see some people up this way. I was watching live streams on the way here, if you're just tuning in, that were showing me images of people being arrested and carted away. There's a heavy police presence in an intersection up here somewhere. Earlier we were here, there's 204 North, business that had the window broken. They've got plywood up in there now. But there's nobody here. I see some lights and some people a couple blocks up, so we'll go check it out. God damn it. I just heard, you can hear people over the loudspeaker. Just heard a few explosions. It sounds like they're still trying to keep a group under control. So I'll try and make a video recap of what happened, but you know, if I want to put it in a couple of sentences, it's been an all-day protest that went from peaceful to violent. I don't know who to blame. There were a bunch of people out here that didn't seem to be here for the right cause. They were here for their own agenda. I can still hear chanting. There's definitely protesting still going on. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. That doesn't mean it's over. I don't even remember whose stream I was watching, but I'm about to be where they were. And you can't just not see this. So I'm out here by myself. I'm not with my team anymore. They're at home. Everybody I was here with earlier, they're home safe. We just have to see what's going on. I spent 13 hours out here today. What's one more? So there's still a good group. This girl right here, she's been here since I got here today. It's 3 a.m. There's a couple people standing around over here. So far, I've only recognized one. Passing by Tupelo honey, the new Tupelo honey. Whatever you're talking about with Walmart, I don't know, because there's no Walmart in Uptown Charlotte. We're approaching the next intersection. See a bunch of riot police. A few cop cars. People seem to be walking in the other direction. I don't know if it's dying down, but I just had to come check it out. The amount of protesters out here is minimal. What I saw from the live stream that I was watching is a lot of them got arrested, carted off in this intersection here. There's still plenty of officers in riot gear, plenty of bike cops. Feels like maybe they had shot off some pepper balls earlier. There's some evidence of that. Nobody down that way. A small handful of people here. The people that I just passed are chanting up that way. I don't know if they're walking back this way. Sounds like it. This is the intersection of 4th and West 4th and Tryon. These police are here ready to arrest people. I see some cop cars down this way, so I'm gonna go check it out real quick. just see what's going on. The situation seems a lot more calm than when we left earlier. The gunshots and the random stuff that was going on. Security guards outside of their businesses, making sure the windows don't get broken. Multiple different small groups of people. I don't know why you guys are talking about Gastonia. I don't know what's going on out there. From the looks and from the sound of it, I passed by already what's left as the heart of the protests at 3 a.m. The intersection of 3rd Street and Tryon is just a few officers. 1 unmarked car, 2 unmarked car, 3 unmarked car, 4 unmarked car. Handful of police officers. They're not bike officers. They don't have helmets on. They don't have riot gear on. I don't know exactly what they're doing. But yeah, seems like right here, the intersection of 3rd and Tryon is the end of it. So whatever's still going on is just happening in one block of the city. It's happening between 3rd and 4th Street on Tryon Street. So I'm gonna walk back up this way, just kind of see what's going on. No, I didn't see the person with a snake today, sorry. Older black man in a white shirt and cowboy boots. I don't know. I've seen thousands of people today. I can see, I don't know if you can, from the place I just came from, there's smoke on the sidewalk, so I would assume the officers are still shooting pepper balls. I haven't heard any explosions since I've been here, aside from when I was walking up, something small. Seems like the officers in the riot gear are still working on taking positions. Actually, I don't know what's going on here exactly. One of the windows at the Discovery Place on North Tryon Street is busted out. These officers seem like they're about to load up in the back of this truck and get out of here. It's dwindled down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 officers in the intersection, with 4 what I assume to be sheriff's deputies in that cart over there. The only reason I assume that is because they're in that kind of like beige outfit. Somebody's car got towed and moved. I don't really know what's happening with it. It seems like they don't know what they're doing. But from the more than 1,000 people that were out here earlier tonight to the 500 officers that were out here, this seems to be what's left. It's about 12 officers in riot gear in this intersection. These officers have loaded up. They're moving. There are some people over here in front of the U.S. Bank. I didn't get here in time to see the protesters being put in the so-called paddy wagon to be taken out. But I did see it on a live stream. There were multiple people that were being arrested. So I just had to come back down here and kind of show you what's going on, if anything. It seems very calm. I don't hear anybody yelling. There were chants. So this is some of what the pepper balls look like when they hit out. Generally the officers will shoot them at the ground or at street signs to get them to brake, just so that they'll be in the air. Toward the end of the protest, when we left earlier, when the gunshots were happening, the officers were targeting people's bodies specifically. So about the time that we had left, they were aiming that right there, little paintball type deal. I don't know whose stream it was. I don't remember. I was tagged in it, so I just looked at it. I assume their stream is either over or moved down that way where I'm about to go, but they were aiming those guns at people specifically, hitting them in the arms, hitting them in the face, hitting them in the back, the legs, because it was getting very unruly up here. It seemed like a lot of people were coming up this way, not just to protest, but to try and escalate the situation in a violent way. If you were watching our live streams, you saw a lot of it. The entire day was filled with peaceful protests until it got very late. I can confirm that officers made the first aggression on the group outside of their headquarters building, over the fact that an alleged firearm was passed between one person to another. That was when it became violent. Here you go. Here's one of those pepper balls. This is the one I was able to keep that I got hit with last night. But after a few hours of what happened after the police advanced on the protests, it seemed there were a bunch of people that came out here who weren't here for the same cause as everybody else. They were here to act up. They saw it as an opportunity to do whatever they wanted, or they saw it as an opportunity to escalate the situation so that more people got hurt. It got so dangerous to the point where myself and my team felt it was necessary to leave, and we got out of here. There were 7 gunshots fired within 10 feet of us at the last point in time that the riot police advanced on everybody. Another instance of the pepper balls hitting the ground. They fucking suck, I tell you. The tear gas is worse, but damn, they suck. So everything seems pretty calm right now. I don't hear a lot of chanting or yelling in the distance. As you just saw in the video, the officers, a lot of them, they drove away. They only left a handful. There are still some people left up here. I don't know exactly how many, but nobody's really doing anything. Everybody's just standing around. A couple people here and a couple people there, and they were doing some chants as I was walking away, but right now they're just chilling. This dude just picked up one of our newspapers, so that's cool. But yeah, everything here now is calm. It seems that either they were able to dissipate the crowd, or maybe the arrest scared everybody off or something, but maybe everybody's just tired because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But, you know, there's nothing going on out here. There's nothing violent anymore, it seems like. But I just had to come show you. So there's about, you know, this is like the group of who's left. There's about 30 people here. Everybody here seems safe. I do see some people running up that way, but I didn't see any officers over there when I was walking up. Some people walking back over here. So we'll be here. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. Noise ordinance. It's a protest. Noise ordinance don't matter. So now it's grown to maybe 40-ish people. If those people keep walking this way, it'll be about 50. But it's not loud anymore.
Too much open space.
So a lot of young people out here, for sure, but it seems relaxed, calm. Right now we're across the street from the Bank of America Corporate Center, where that dude was trying to throw the bricks through the window again. Sirens aren't on, just the lights. It's quiet. Yes, there is another protest tomorrow, Sunday, 1 p.m., First Ward Park. Yeah, Lovo, I went back. I saw that you tagged me in those lives, and I just had to see what was coming on. I don't know what that was or who sent it, but it wasn't loud. A couple of...
There's another cigarette on you?
Yeah, brother. So, you know, it's not like it was 2 hours ago, but everybody out here just seems to be chilling for the time being. So they just arrested a bunch of people at that intersection, right? About like 20 minutes ago. Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
I was watching a live stream. It was like 20 minutes ago. They just arrested a bunch of people up there, carted them off in a paddy wagon.
Everybody about to go to North Lake in a little bit.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What's going on up there?
I think they're protesting up there too. Damn, I need a ride home.
2 hours ago, there were probably about a little over 1,000 people throughout the streets of Charlotte protesting. I believe that some of these people are looking to go into North Lake Mall because there's protests going there. I'm not going to North Lake Mall because I'm not driving 20 minutes, but sorry. So, but it just seems it's chill. Everybody's just hanging out right here. Those officers that we saw earlier, they're just standing in that intersection. But in a protest, anything can happen, right? It's like firecrackers, throwing firecrackers inside the building. So they're all moving up the street. Back here, there's just a small handful of people that don't seem to be involved in what happened. So I'm going to kind of follow these guys up here. They just broke the windows out of this. Threw some firecrackers in there. Other than that, it's still very calm. My feet are killing me. Yeah, it's still downtown. We're walking up to Trade Street and Tryon.
Right here. A dude fell in that little sewer. I saw that. I was at a bar. I was at a bar.
30 feet. It was 30 feet he fell.
Oh, what's it?
30 feet.
I mean, so how did that mean?
Oh, I don't know what happened to him, but I just know that he fell 30 feet.
Yeah.
I was in a bar, and across the street, the damn fire department comes out, and then all of a sudden we see it on the news coming out too. I didn't do it.
So there's still some stuff going on up here late. Nothing crazy. I see a lot of, so the people are up that way, but I see a lot of lights over there. So I'm trying to figure out if I should go that way or this way. But all the police cars are going this way, so We'll go this way.
But it's also
They
like
probably have
you
the
don't
whole
you don't
people moving around there, right? That's not where you go to like get money. Yeah.
That's kind of like the D&D and wrong. That's like the second.
The others like the new bank. That's like
Oh, down here.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's nice, dude. I like that.
No, I feel like that's just like a fallback point. Because the group of people is walking this way, so not gonna go down there. Yeah, there are a few homeless people out tonight. I don't know how they've been affected by it. When we were initially being pushed back up Tryon Street, or Trade Street, sorry, with tear gas and pepper balls, there were a couple of homeless people just laying down, living their lives. I assume that they took a brunt of that tear gas. I'm just not sure exactly what happened. It was just those two dudes that threw those bricks through those windows. Aside from them, everybody else seems to be calm. Hear people yelling, I see people running, so we're gonna go down here and see kind of what's going on.
They coming up this way, boy. You see them motherfuckers running?
I ain't stopping shit, bitch.
The officers that are out here aren't wearing riot gear, they're just wearing their regular uniforms. One officer has a taser in his hands. So we'll just kind of watch what happens. There's about 30 people here. I don't recognize any but one or two of these people from earlier. That officer put his taser away. Seems just kind of like a standoff. It's very late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here. So far since I've been here, in the past 15 minutes, I saw two dudes throw bricks through windows of a vacant business and throw firecrackers inside. A lot of unmarked police cars came down this way. The officers aren't wearing riot gear, which means that I assume that they're not using chemical agents anymore because they don't have masks on, which means that they're, in my best guess, which means that they'd probably be looking to tase people and arrest them. Not totally sure. This is Uptown Charlotte in front of the FedEx and Emerson Joseph. Ruth's Chris here. Really don't know what intersection that is. 3rd Street, so 3rd and Tryon intersection. Still some standoffs happening. No, I'm not saying that they're going to tasing. It's just that I saw one officer with his taser out, and none of these officers are wearing riot gear or gas masks. So I just figure that they're not using chemical agents, and if they're not using chemical agents, I would just assume that they're going to use their tasers if they want to arrest somebody. It's just a small handful of protesters left. There's some over here. There's some over this way. I don't assume that most of these people here are for good intentions. So the officers don't seem to be advancing on any of the groups of people. There is a good line of cars though, but everybody's just kind of standing around both sides. So I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit, kind of see what's going on. I came down here because I saw a live stream of people being arrested and put in a paddy wagon to be transported off. Seems that was over by the time I got here, but that doesn't mean that the entire situation is over. I can't really tell right now if the officers are positioning themselves to make a move on the crowd or if they're leaving, but every officer that was out here is now in a car, and it seems that they're driving away. So I think CMPD is leaving the area.
No peace! No peace! No peace! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! Fuck 12! Fuck 12! Fuck 12!
So the protest that started at noon of about 150 people grew to about 400 people, dissipated for a little bit, grew to over 1,000 people, incited what I definitely consider to be a riot in the streets of Uptown, has now thinned out into a group of, there's about 50 people out here. Windows are still being broken. The officers were set up. It looked like they were ready to arrest people, but there are now no more police cars on North Tryon Street between 4th and 3rd. They left. So it's 3:41. I'll hang out for another 10 minutes, but then I I gotta go. I know I said I wasn't gonna come back, but I'll give it another 10 just in case. So 3:45 in the morning. No police officers on North Tryon Street anymore. It's just a handful of protesters. Yeah. There was one dude that said there were talks of them going to North Lake, but nobody's left, so I don't know what's going on at North Lake. I wasn't there. I haven't been seeing the reports. Yeah, we'll be out tomorrow, 1 p.m. at First Ward Park. It's supposed to be a peaceful protest, peaceful organization. Yeah, I didn't go home, Grant. Sorry. I'll rest eventually. I'm gonna give this another couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna go find me a McDonald's that wants to serve me a sandwich that's got eggs on it. That's what I want. This guy said he's going to South Park. I did get a message from somebody that said that there's a protest in South Park tomorrow. There are there are 3 protests that I'm aware of tomorrow. There's one at 1 p.m. at First Ward Park, which is the one I trust and recommend. There is one at 1 p.m. at Romare Bearden Park that I don't know anything about and can't offer insight on. And there is one at South Park. I don't know the time, so... Somebody's throwing something at glass over there. My Venmo? What is my Venmo? I'm gonna go check. My Venmo is at J LaFrancois, LaFrancois. If you want to buy me a breakfast sandwich, I ain't gonna tell you not to. I did have that slice of pizza back at like 8 p.m. or something like that. Yeah, the police did leave. Everybody here is just chilling. Can I type it on here? Oh, look at that. I can make a comment. Huh. Had I known that, I made all kinds of comments. Seems that the people that are left out here are angry, for sure. How do I pin it? I don't know. Oh, look at that. All right. Little group of cop cars just drove by. I did run down the interstate, and I did jump a couple of fences. But it's my job. This is my job. I'm here to tell you what's going on. Thank you very much. I did leave earlier. Things were very, very, very unsafe out here. The protest grew to over 1,000 people. At a certain point in time, it seemed that half of those people were here to escalate, and they were trying to incite violence, while half of those people were here to actually protest. It wasn't until the officers felt the need to target people themselves with the pepper balls, and they advanced so aggressively that it was actually kind of scary. I don't have Cash App, I've just got Venmo. But then when that happened, one person in the crowd about 10 feet away from me and the two people that I was with fired about 7 shots from a real gun, not one of the non-lethals that the, thank you, Catherine, not one of the Cat, like tutu. It was one of the protesters who was firing his gun randomly, whether it be into the air or in front of him or wherever he was firing it. It was within 10 feet of where I was with my crew, and that was when I made the decision that it was time to stop showing you guys what was going on out here. Yes, there were real shots fired tonight on more than one occasion. Right after we left, I got a notification on my Citizen app that a fire was started at 8th Street. I felt so bad about leaving that I got tagged in a couple of live streams about, thank you, Skylar. Thank you, Skylar. P is okay. He is home. I guarantee he is asleep. They don't know I'm out here. This is kind of a at-whim thing. I caught a couple of live streams of people being arrested and put in the back of a van and carted off, and I just knew that I needed to come out here and kind of show you what was going on. Since I got here, everybody's been pretty peaceful. They seem upset, but a lot of the riot police kind of packed up and left. There were some officers here that were just in regular gear. A couple of windows got broken, some firecrackers were thrown in. But yeah, it seems like this is the end of it. Day 2, the Charlotte protests for justice for George Floyd. If you've been following along, I really appreciate it. We've got, what's up, man? You're good. Good. How are you?
I know that you're all right here. Well, I'm out here to support too, and I know you're on the phone.
But I'm not speaking money. I'm not gonna lie to you, because they got me banned from the show too. And the only thing I have is cash out. And people that say they have Zelle, they can still help me that way. So I'm just trying to see if I can have somebody Zelle. Because they only gave me $30 because of all this breaking shit. While I was sleeping, I had to move.
So where is it that you're trying to go?
I'll be getting a room called the Relax Inn.
Okay.
It'll be on Tryon. I have a way to get there.
What do you need?
I have to raise $30, and so far I only have 10.
And you have you said you have what? Do you have Venmo? Just Cash App? You ain't got nothing else? Because I don't have Cash App.
Yeah, you can download it real quick, but you still can use it off your card off your Venmo. They still see it.
All right.
That's that to you.
I'm gonna pause this for a second, guys, and I'll be right back.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah. Have a good night. Be safe, please. Sorry, I know that I was gone for a second. I just had to give some dudes some money to get a room for the night. But yeah, first word tomorrow at 1 p.m. Yeah, I know, right? Possible. But bro, if people are in need, I give to them. But yeah, I'm gonna start walking back toward my car because there's nothing going on here anymore. This is the end of night 2 of the Charlotte protests for the justice of George Floyd. If you were watching my live streams all throughout the day, you know that it was pretty brutal out here. There's still just a handful of officers just walking down the street. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Probably just making sure everything's all right. They're watching this group. But things were peaceful for about 9, 10 hours before they got pretty violent. Nope. They just jumped in and arrested somebody. So these officers ran up, they arrested, I don't know if you can see him, this guy in the white tank top. Don't know exactly what for. We're gonna see what's going on here.
You don't have nothing on him though. His description is not matched. So you don't have no reason to stop him.
Nigga, they out here.
Neither one of them.
Cops on their knees.
We backed up. No, we don't. You guys need to back up.
It's 4 a.m. though. Let's go home and get some pancakes.
I don't eat pancakes.
I
don't eat those either.
I like
We like grits and bacon.
grits, cheese, bacon, pancakes. I'm sliding. My life matters, but not as much as yours, right? Yes, sir. Your life matters just as much as mine. That's not how y'all feel.
Not how y'all treat them boys. Their description's not matched at all.
That's your brother, nigga. Damn, man. That's supposed to be your brother. You saying shut the fuck up. You the most ignorant cop out of all of them, your black ass.
His description is not matched, though. You know this.
Yeah, you, nigga.
Did his shit say black at all? No, it said blue and red. A blue backpack and a red shirt. We heard y'all walking up. I have it on video. And it's not described them boys.
You should just jump off this building. You know the top of
He was with that. He was with them boys, so you're like, he had something to do with it. It doesn't match the description. You have to let them go. They don't have nothing y'all looking for, but clothes of their own.
They about to let them go. Look.
And this is going on Facebook.
Damn, bro. They ain't even doing that. That's funny. They just want to bother us, bro. He said blue book bag. No.
And a red shirt. Neither one of them has a red shirt. He has a whole coat on. Where is he taking that boy?
Shut the fuck up. Y'all lucky these motherfuckers right here. I'll come over there and fuck y'all niggas up. Cool. I'm fucking white
Where
niggas
y'all
in the
taking
car.
that boy?
So, as you just saw, after the street had completely cleared of officers, they came up here, arrested 2 of these individuals. I don't know exactly what for. Thank you. If it had something to do with breaking those windows, then I know it wasn't them, because I watched it. Other than that, I don't know exactly what they got arrested for. But we're just watching. Oh damn, I want some chicken too. So even though that happened, it's still pretty calm out here. A lot of young people came out here tonight. So so as I was saying, I think as I was saying, there is a protest tomorrow. There are 2 different ones scheduled for 1 p.m. in Uptown. One is at First Ward Park. One is at Romare Bearden Park. And then I got a message about one happening in South Park at noon on June 1st. I don't know if that's tomorrow or not, because I have no idea what day it is, but apparently June 1st at noon, South Park somewhere, there's a protest. When I'm out here tomorrow, I'll update you on that. But it's still pretty calm, even though that just happened. And then there are some protests on Tuesday as well that I can update you on. One is organized by the NAACP. I don't know who the other one is organized for, but I don't know. I saw a couple thousand people out here tonight, and you can tell the difference between the young ones and the adults. And some people are just out here doing what they want to do. But it was really it was really peaceful. Then it was violent. Then it was dangerous. And now it's just kind of docile. I am going to start walking back to my car. I came out here because I saw a live stream of people being arrested and put in the back of a van to be taken off. They must have finished that just before I got here. And like I said, this is the end of night 2 of the Charlotte protests for justice for George Floyd. There will be a night 3. Even though it begins at 1 p.m. Today began at noon and it went on till 4 a.m. So even though tomorrow starts at 1, it could go well into the night. I don't know if it'll still be on the streets of Uptown or if it'll happen and look like this. But yeah. But captain and a sergeant on scene. A couple of sergeants. A couple of high-ranking officers. I believe this man was actually out at the beginning with the community outreach team. So either this protest has gone all the way through an entire shift change, or has it? Were you out? You weren't out here at the... Oh, you have been the whole time, yeah. So he's been out here 3 hours longer than I have. It's been a long day. What was that? You? You should, at least. It's been a long day. But like I said, it's calmed down a lot over the past couple of hours. You know, I interviewed a few cops around 2 p.m. today. I'm not going to interview any tonight. Even though I'm media, a lot of these people out here don't know it. I'm not going to set myself up as a target for interviewing the police officers. I did 3 police interviews earlier today. If you scroll back, I think it's 3 or 4. No, it's definitely 4 or 5 videos on our Facebook feed. You can watch that. I'm not going to do it tonight. The only officer that's out here even close to being in riot gear is this one guy with the baton. All he has is the helmet and the baton, so, you know, it seems that they don't see it as a dangerous situation anymore. Looks like they're just kind of casually walking people off, having them walk away. But yeah, I mean, as you can see right now, it's 100% different than it was 2 hours ago when we ran away because of the gunshots that were being fired near us. Protests can turn dangerous, so please, if you come out tomorrow, be safe, be aware, be vigilant. Hey, how are you? And I'm gonna start walking back to my car. It's been a long day. I kind of want to say that there's a lot to recap. I kind of want to say that there's not a lot to recap. For the first 9 hours of today's protests, they were wildly peaceful. We walked 3 laps around the city. It took about 6 hours-ish. We ended at Romare Bearden Park for a conversation amongst community members. And then we thought it was over, which is why we left. When we came back, protests occupied 277. It was still peaceful, but they blocked the intersection, or they blocked the exit. By the time I had gotten there, the cops told me that the protesters weren't there anymore, so I went and finally found them at the CMPD HQ, where about 1,000 people had gathered in the same kind of peaceful protest that there was when we had first gotten here, just amplified. The officers moved in and arrested somebody who allegedly had passed a firearm off to somebody else. That was kind of when all hell broke loose. So, you know, at that point in time, they started throwing stinger grenades and tear gas canisters and flashbangs and pepper balls and rubber bullets and all of that stuff. And they eventually ended up retreating and holding a line at their parking lot. That was when they told everybody that if people kept throwing stuff at the officers, they were going to use munitions on everybody to get them to disperse. The mayor ordered a state of emergency for Charlotte today, which allowed local officials to enact a curfew, which never went into effect. It also gave them the option to request resources from the National Guard. That did not happen. The riot officers ended up being about 300 present. They aggressively marched us back up Trade Street to Tryon Street. It was very difficult to breathe. It was very aggressive. If you were watching my video, you heard my commentary on it. I thought it was a disgusting use of force, but that was kind of more of a personal opinion because I was right there. Because at the same time, I felt that just their presence moving forward was enough to move everybody back, and that they didn't need to actively engage people with chemical whatevers. But, you know, it got a little bit more heated from there. Calmed down a little. Yeah. Bro, you too. What was I saying? It got calm for a little while when we were on Tryon Street. But then there were just a slew of assholes that came in. Just people looking to incite violence, to escalate what was going on. If you saw my video, you know that there was that one tall, skinny asshole who was wearing a green shirt who tried throwing bricks through the Bank of America building. The windows there. He got his ass beat, and then he tried to punch that girl, and he got knocked out a little bit. There's a couple of cops still up here, but there's nothing going on. So I don't feel like he totally got what was coming to him, but he got a little bit of it. But that's the thing, is it turned to the point where there were so many people out here who were looking to start problems, cause problems. There were people out here with weapons. They started firing their guns in the crowd. Me and my partner almost got hit with a brick thrown from protesters at protesters. And when the people who are supposed to be out here together start turning on each other, that's when you know shit's gonna get bad. And it wasn't until the gunfire that happened just a few feet away from us when I decided that it was time for us to go. Didn't feel safe anymore. But yeah. End of day 2. We'll do day 3 tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. My feet hurt watching me walk too. It's alright. Yeah, that green shirt guy, man. I'm sorry that I didn't knock him out on camera, but you know, even though we're an alternative news media company and I'm only 27 years old and I own it, sometimes I'm just looking for that threshold of professionalism, and I think that punching somebody in the face on camera might be pushing it, so I didn't. Tomorrow there are 2 protests that I'm totally aware of. They're both scheduled at 1 p.m. One is at Romare Bearden Park. One is at First Ward Park. Yeah, I did get good video of that big dude rocking him across the face about as hard as he could, so that's nice. And I will go back through that video and find that piece and publish it separately just so everybody can watch it and laugh at it forever. I mean, I'll stay on the live till I get to my car, but it's probably just going to be boring. I'm totally safe. I'm totally fine. I'm actually going to cross here just to show you that the Ivy's Hotel, they put some plywood up on a couple of their windows on their revolving door, which I assume would be the most expensive part of it, understandably, if people were throwing bricks through windows at other businesses. There's 204 North again, the second business that got a brick thrown through the window. So all the businesses that got bricks thrown through the window that I saw tonight were the Bank of America Center, the big ass building, 204 North, Coco and the Director, and then that vacant building that you guys saw in this video. So yeah, I was in a truck a couple of hours ago on the way back to my car because it was time to leave. Things were getting too dangerous here, but as you can see, there's not a lot going on. So yeah. If you're looking for a local media outlet to follow to kind of see what's going on in the city, I can shamelessly recommend us. That's for sure. No, that's not my car. How fucking far did I park? I hope it doesn't escalate tomorrow night either. I didn't want today to escalate at all. And it was so peaceful earlier today to the point where I didn't think it was going to escalate to where I left. And even when I came back to try and report on them occupying 277, it was still a peaceful occupation. It's just that so many people convened at the CMPD HQ that it was bound to happen, and it did. We're on the city street, you know. There were glass bottles thrown, there were bricks thrown. That lady got her car windshield smashed in because she was trying to run people over, try to fight that dude. Plenty of people got arrested. We got tear gassed, flashbanged. If you were watching when they first started pushing us back, it was damn near impossible to breathe. That was nuts. So, if my car got towed, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I've been here for, how long have I been doing this? 40 minutes? 45 minutes? Like, I see a car parked on the side of the road way up there. I just don't remember walking this damn far. Well, the thing is a lot of jackasses brought guns tonight. A couple of people got arrested at the Beatty's-Ford Road protest for carrying a concealed weapon. I don't know if that's why they were approached. Absolutely do not fucking talk to me at 4 o'clock in the morning. That was terrifying. There were a few people arrested at the Beatty's-Ford Road protest for carrying concealed weapons. I don't know if that's why they were approached or if that charge was just added when it was found. But there were people with firearms out tonight, which is why we left earlier. So it is a pretty city. It's all right. It's very small. You can walk from one end to the other in about 15 minutes in every direction. pretty sure, yep. That's definitely my car way up there. Not towed. I think I parked that far away just because I had no idea what was going on up here. And I didn't want to risk it like yesterday, parking my car too close to the chaos, not having a way to get it out. Oh yeah, it's nice. The temperature's beautiful. When the protests started today, it was hot. Felt like it was 90 degrees. A couple of people sent me pictures of myself, and I'm completely soaking wet. But it's been a nice day since then. I would have rented a scooter had I seen a scooter. What do you guys want to know? Looks like I got another minute and a half before I get to my car. What do you want to know? I don't have Bluetooth in my car, Hannah Udi. That would be cool though. She's a 2011. My fucking feet are killing me. How long have I been on media lifestyle? Alright, let's see. I worked in the food and beverage industry for 10 years. Worked my way from my first dishwasher position all the way up to general manager. Run a couple of beverage programs and did some financial analysis for a couple of different restaurants. Before I worked something that we have in Charlotte called the Moo and Brew Festival, which is a craft beer and burger festival. And I was working at the restaurant Moo and Brew at the time. And they brought me on to do the alcohol, 75 breweries that I had to coordinate with, and liquor sales to set up a satellite liquor bar. That was in partnership with the local alternative newspaper that used to be in Charlotte called Creative Loafing. Oh, I didn't even know that this happened. They busted out the windows at the Mike Bloomberg campaign office. Yeah, so I helped organize the Moo and Brew Festival, which is how I got, how I grew a friendship with the sales manager at Creative Loafing, which used to be the old alternative newspaper here. He told me he was looking for a sales rep. I had about 5 job offers on the table at the time. I took that one. It was $30,000 less than the lowest paying job offer that I had, but it was a new experience that I wanted to do in sales. 6 months later, the owner walked into the office, gave everybody 5 minutes to get their stuff and get out, shut the paper down because he didn't know what he was doing. And 35 days later, I started Queen City Nerve, and we put out our first issue. And I've been owning it ever since then. And that's how I got into the media world. No, Kristen, Creative Loafing does not exist anymore. They do have a website, clclt.com. They like to post things like 7 prayers that you should say for your president. Or today, while we were in the heart of the protests about George Floyd, my editor-in-chief showed me something that somebody sent to him. They posted an article, 7 best skincare routines. They don't exist. They're not real at all, period. Queen City Nerve is the only alternative newspaper in the Charlotte area. There are 2 other alternative newspapers in the state. One in Greensboro called Triad City Beat, covers Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and High Point. And then there's one in the Raleigh area called Indie Week, covers Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area. And yeah, so thanks for your Venmos. That's super nice. I'm gonna go find a McDonald's that's willing to serve me. Yeah, I guess you could classify Q Notes as an alternative newspaper, depending, because Q Notes prints a lot of articles that are paid content by their advertisers, so that's kind of a big no-no in the industry. But I'm out. I'm gonna go find some food. Fucking love you guys. See you tomorrow at 1. Bye.